there was a conspiracy involved, an international conspiracy involved, with getting Butch here because the committee decided to give him this award. And then we found out that he was going to be making a cross-country trip to Sierra Vista, where he and Karen now live. And we thought, God, he needs to be here. So we got Karen in on it. And then we thought we could lay a trap. And we got our club officers, Tracy and Jeff, and our meeting coordinator, Todd, to willingly participate in this conspiracy. And then we got Paul, who Butch met in 2017, to lay the trap. And so Paul and Butch hit it off and became fast friends 6 years ago. And so we said, Paul, we need your help. We need to get Butch to this meeting. And he said, well, I'd like to judge with him, and I'd like to see him. And I said, well, you need to reach out and tell Butch how much you would like to see him and judge with him at this meeting. And so Paul, being the wonderful guy that he is, willingly conspired. Help gets Butch here. So I hope I don't flub this too bad. When you get older and you're speaking with a dear friend, it gets a little tough. But I think I'm the first one that met Butch in this club in 1995. I needed some help training a very headstrong dog. And I found this guy that people said was a good trainer in Bozeman, Montana. And this Butch had already encountered the EB before he got asked to help with Ellie. And so that began his involvement with training the EB. If there were an EB Hall of Fame, he'd be in it multiple times. Not only as a trainer, but as a judge, as a teacher of judges, as a guy who was the very first judge that UKC qualified in America to judge the EB. Butch is trained because of his 30 years of involvement as a trainer and a judge, more EBs than anybody in the United States of America. I'm comfortable making that pronouncement. So he has helped as a judge, as a trainer of judges. He's helped people get good dogs as a breeder, but he's really touched people in the EBs as a trainer, as a helper of EBs and a helper of people that own EBs. You know, trainers there are a good many of them, and he's a really great one. And he will tell you in his own modest and humble way that training a lot of EBs has not been a very difficult job. The difficult part's been training the owners to handle the dogs. But he's trained young puppies, he's trained gun dogs, he's trained dogs that have gone on to be champions in this venue in America. He's gone to train dogs that have been successful in international venues with a high degree of success. But he'll tell you it wasn't that difficult because he's so good. He won't tell you that, but it's not difficult for him because he's so good at what he does. But what is sometimes overlooked, and that is so important to me, as somebody that has worked with him so long, is that we all see dogs sometimes that don't have a good start in life. Maybe they're gun shy. Maybe they didn't have anything done with them. Maybe they have an aggression problem. But they need help, and their owners need help. And this guy who's so talented, trained any dog in America, I've never seen him turn one away. When the money runs out, I've seen him go many, many times and say, let me keep her 2 or 3 more months. I can get him or her where he needs to go. So this award is about helping the EB community, helping this club. But this year's recipient deserves it because he's helped hundreds of EBs and hundreds of EB owners. And it is a great privilege, and I appreciate so very much as his longtime friend being able to say these kind words about my friend.
All I can say is thank you. I would like a show of hands of people and ask people if they knew Peter Ward. Okay, great. Then you know how great a person he is. And to have this award, I gotta tell you, I wasn't as good as Peter Ward. I look around this group and I see people that are, I don't want to necessarily say more deserving, because I'm not going to belittle the group that had nominated me for this. But at the same time, I just kept going what Peter Ward already started. He was a great friend. I will say one thing about him. I gave him a dog. Biscuit, he named it. Biscuit. I think about that. Now, why would you name your dog Biscuit? And then I gave all of the papers. We met in Montana, and I gave him all the papers to her, AKC and UKC, and I put them in his glove box. And I don't know how long it was past that. He says, Butch, you need to send me those papers. I said, Peter, I already give them to you. They're in your glove box. Well, I can't find them. So I said, all right, I'll just get duplicates. So I did. He never paid me for the duplicates. And you know what? I never did damn care. Really didn't. Because it went to a great person that supported us. He was a great person. His wife was wonderful. But Peter loved dogs, and he was not capable of hunting them to the level that we can. And I just that's what I remember of Peter Ward. I went to his funeral. And I need to make one more comment. You know, after Fred said such great things about somebody, I don't know who it was. I've also asked him to, at my funeral, to say my eulogy. And I'll be great again someday. But I have everything to thank to the people that I've judged, the people that I've helped. I had a comment one time from somebody in Shoes Retriever. He says, well, Butch, how many championships you got? I said, I've got 18 at that time. He says, what do you mean? I've got 3 with this dog, Hawkeye. And I said, I train for amateurs. They've got 18 championships. That's harder than you're training one dog that's got 3. I never heard another word from him. But I have everything to thank for the people sitting here tonight and the people that have sat here before in the past. My memory has lapsed. I think I've done 7 national championships with a lot of French judges that couldn't speak English. And we've gotten along very well because we know dogs. And Peter Award.